Jide was somebody I know closely. I had shared with Jide, I said, initially, I was thinking that when I leave office, because of my passion for journalism, I will be a journalist. But I told him that with the experience I have in office as a minister, I have decided to change my mind to go and maybe to be trained as a coach. He asked me why. And I told him that while we were struggling for democracy in this country, when it was impossible for people to articulate their opinion, it was the press that saved democracy. And that what I have realized now is that the press is not playing that role to reposition and develop democracy. So I will not venture close to that profession. Rather, I will opt for being a coach. And he laughed. He said, well, there are men of honor that are still in this profession, and it's a noble profession. Jide died fighting. I was not with him at the last minute, but I knew, and my spirit convinced me that even at the point of giving up the spirit, Jide was fighting for the battle, and he is now gone. The rest is left for us. The last time I met Jide, I was tempted to caution him. I told him, I said, Jide, your pain is very, very acidic. And that in a society like ours, criticism is considered as enmity. And that when you criticize what is not right, you can pay the supreme price. Jide said he was willing to fight and fight with his life. And I think what has actually happened is he has paid the supreme price of what he believed in. As the conscience of the society, the journalists cannot afford to sacrifice professionalism for anything shortfall of that. We must defend justice. We must fight for justice, because injustice is not a good neighbor of peace. People have criticized me so much, and it was the criticism that even helped me to succeed. There was a time every day I wake up, there will be Sagdalung. I became so used to Sagdalung that when it fizzled out, I was no more happy. That is how powerful criticism can be. And so those who criticize me, I do not believe they hate me. But maybe they would have not understood the way I operate, and so they need to know more. I will conclude by saying that an acidic pen has dried up. The dark curtains has been drawn to professionalism in journalism. Courage has been threatened. It is only men of courage that will take up from where Jide has left. Jide was quite a courageous man whose contribution for sports development in Nigeria cannot be quantified. There is so much whirling going on in the sports family. especially those athletes who have anchored their hope on the sports development program, where the first beneficiaries have gotten the first tranche of the 3 million he promised for the athletes in preparation for the Olympics in 2020. The pen profession, I will once again say our hearts are heavy. And as Africans, sometimes I disagree with people because I'm somebody who holds my opinion. Even before God, I simply that I can express my opinion. When we come to places like this and try to frustrate people from expressing the type of bitterness they feel in their minds over such loss, I don't think it's proper. We should be allowed to feel, we should be allowed to mourn. I mean, somebody whom we were with last week, and as we gather today, he has transformed into another different shape. That we are not likely going to see him again until that day, because it cannot be joy. Our hearts are heavy. We've lost somebody. For the FCT, NUJ chapter, it's a great loss. For journalism, it's a great loss. For the sports family, we are indeed devastated. And you, man of courage, even in the great beyond that you are now, I believe you are still fighting and fighting the cause of justice. Rest in peace.